Hello, thank you for hopping on the replay. I'm going to be sharing with you how I created my game plan. So please share this with people on your wall because you may know people that are wanting to go through a career change or whether it's exit the military or a complete career change or transition themselves. So I'm going to share with you how I created my game plan to exit the military and the steps and people I followed. And I have all this written down on paper here because I don't want to like forget anything or miss anything. But I think this is going to be important because I shared a post earlier today on Instagram, and it says, "You are in control of your life. Stop sitting in the back seat." And I got that. That's just kind of like what kind of like my take on that little quote. But I did get that quote from Lisa Nichols because she would always say that you are the writer of your own story, like you're the author of your destiny and stuff like that. So two people I'll be mentioning a lot are Dave Ramsey and Lisa Nichols. Dave Ramsey, if you know him, he is the financial guru, and Lisa Nichols, she's also good with her money, but she's also good at pulling herself out of a rut to where she is now, which is a world sought after leader and top selling author, very very successful woman. Anyway, so I knew in 2018 when I came home I went to visit like my family and stuff for Christmas 2017. When I came back to Japan in 2018, I knew that, I was very unhappy, with that thought of like, I've got to come back and be in a career where I'm not happy, I'm not satisfied. And so I knew that I wanted to make a change. And listening to Lisa Nichols and Dave Ramsey, I knew that I could make this change if I had a game plan, okay? If you never have a target, you'll always miss, right? So that's where I kind of got this from. So in 2018, I knew I wanted to change. And so one of the things I knew I wanted to do when I got out of the military is I wanted to be debt-free. I knew in order for me to make this transition, I should have zero bills. So that way I'm focused just basically on just like survival mode while I'm going through this transition. So following Dave Ramsey, I made I already had $1,000 emergency fund. Now Dave Ramsey recommends having this emergency fund because you never know what's going to happen. You're going to need new tires for your car, something's going to break, whatever. So always have that $1,000 emergency fund for your sake. So I created a $1,000 emergency fund, and then I started making double payments on my car. So around that time, I had gotten promoted. I think it was that time I gotten promoted. Oh, I reached my 6-year mark, so I got a raise in the military. I also got additional money for ranking up in the military. So I took all that money that I had extra coming in, and I put that towards my car payment. So I was making double car payments every month to pay off my debt. I knew I wanted a reliable car and be debt-free when I separated from the military. So that's what I did. And so I paid my car off about 16 months early. It's over a year ago I paid off my car. So when I separated from the military, I had a car, I was debt-free, and at least that was, the least of my worries. I didn't have to worry about paying, rent, a car payment, this and that. Because car payments are expensive. And I've said this before, I will never have a car payment again in my life. If I get a car, I want to pay it in full because car payments suck. Every month you're paying the same amount of money for a car, but it is decreasing in value. What is up with that? That makes no sense. Okay, but I had to learn the hard way. So I made double payments on my car for almost about 14 months, 14 or 16 months, but I ended up paying my car off over a year early, so that helped a lot when I separated. Another thing I did is, in order to make that fit into my budget, I reduced my spending, of course. So I didn't go out to eat as much. Or when I went out, I live in Tokyo. I love going out to Tokyo. So when I would go out to dinner or go out for drinks with people in Tokyo, I would take cash out the ATM. And when that cash is gone, I'm gone. I'm not out there to spend, just go card crazy spending all my money. So that was another step. So reduced my spending and paid off more towards my debt. And then the next thing I did, which was maybe the third thing I did, is I saved up 3 to 6 months of living expenses. So while I was living over in Korea, I was saving money so that I would have, because everybody and their mom was going to want a deposit. The renter place is going to want a deposit, the apartments or whatever. Utilities may want a deposit. Just the fact that I'm going to be moving, I want to buy furniture. I want to buy new clothes for, being in the civilian world because I'm not wearing the same uniform anymore. So that were the things that I was thinking about keeping in mind. So I was able to build that emergency fund that 3 to 6 months of living expenses because I knew I was taking a huge pay cut leaving the military going to the civilian world. Also, I did stay in the Air Force Reserves. Several reasons that made me want to stay in the Air Force Reserves. One, for the community and camaraderie. Like, I wasn't ready to fully separate from the military all at once. I still wanted to have still have some obligation there because I really do love serving our country in the military. However, I didn't want to do that as an aircraft mechanic anymore. I wanted to do that as equal opportunity or human resources. So the Air Force Reserve Command was able to let me choose which job I wanted. I went through the application process, the job shadowing, and I was approved, or I was selected for that position. So then that's why I took that position here in Charleston. So I'm happy to still be serving the military in that aspect. So also another thing is staying in the reserves, which is a great, I say, stepping stone or transition for veterans that are active duty but want to go to the civilian world. It's a great stepping stone because if you want to stay in your career field or possibly get a different job, it allows you to still have something, one, is good on your resume, but you still have benefits that are like healthcare benefits and stuff like that that are still provided for you. Plus, when you do your weekend duty, you also get a little bit of money. You get paycheck, part-time pay. So I do recommend that. But not only that, think about the networking and the connections that you're going to get available. So when you're on your weekend duty with your fellow reservists, you're going to meet people from all different career fields, right? Your same career field, whether you're an aircraft mechanic. But you're going to see that they have professional lives on the outside. And just from the 2 weekends or the 6 times I've met with those people there, all of them are providing information, insight, and job leads for me in the government world, the civilian world. So I highly recommend that, even if you're just want to use that as a stepping stone to get back into the civilian world, because it is tough transitioning. I'm going to do a video later on my thoughts being post-military and being a civilian. It's crazy, y'all. Y'all civilians are crazy. So, and then something I've done recently is I've started my own business. As y'all know, I started my business with Legal Shield. And that's mainly because I am very I'm very passionate about what Legal Shield offers. I believe that everybody should have that membership because it's literally an attorney in the palm of your hands anytime you need assistance. So I highly recommend that the app. And then I've been a member of that for 7 years, but recently shared that story with someone, and then I became an associate because could make extra money by sharing the membership. And so that's also helped to be an additional income stream coming in. So now I have my, well, not anymore, but I had my hotel job, making money from the hotel, a little bit of money coming in from the Air Force Reserves, and then also being a part-time Legal Shield associate side hustle, making extra money. One thing I wish I would have done, but I didn't think about it or didn't feel the need, or just, I don't know, it just wasn't on my mind at the time living overseas. Like, hey, let's be a Legal Shield associate. But one thing I recommend is to learn a skill, some type of hustle, whether it's network marketing, build your own business, something like that you can do freelancing to start building your income that will help you when you separate from the military, so you have more cushion to come in. Because we're in this day and age where opportunity is literally at the fingertips here. So I definitely encourage you to do that. So if there are any ideas that you have or anything that I can help you with, just let me know. I'm down to brainstorm in the DMs because nothing else is going on. I'm laid off for 30 days, which is fine. I know this is going to be a blessing in disguise because nothing happens by mistake. Everything's on purpose. I know I'm where I'm meant to be, and I'm not worried about that. So feel free to connect with me here, Facebook, or on Instagram. I'm hanging out on Instagram a lot lately. And if I can help you in any way, just reach out to me. I hope these tips were very helpful.